Howdy, folks. So, 10.0 is coming. Dracthyr were real. Scaleface is vindicated. At one point, it was kind of being a dick, but hey, you know. Tinker Boy is having a go because everyone's like, ha! You were wrong, because they could do a dragon-based class and not have you be a dragon like Alexstrasza. Well, some of the abilities are like Alexstrasza. It's like, come on. There's a bunch of new information. I will have to go over that later, because I'm currently in the process of moving a lot of stuff because things happen, and then people don't want to live in a house where those things happen, so moving dates get moved up. So yeah. But one of the main things, one of the really cool things, is that my 3 biggest fears of this expansion have been alleviated in less than 24 hours. Like, my biggest thing was the whole Dracthyr look. Like, if I'm gonna make a Dracthyr, I'm probably not gonna play it because it's kind of bleh. Like, it's a really skinny lizard dude. I don't like that. Then I'm like, yo, we got you covered. Actually, we have bulkier builds that just weren't shown in the video. We have different face looks. Yeah, the video didn't have a lot of stuff. And that's cool. That's cool. That solves one of my main things. The other thing was, how were talent points unlocked? Because Blizzard, over the last 3 expansions, over the last 6 years, has shown us that borrowed power is a big thing. So were we going to unlock talents by having to do world content? Like some of the leakers were saying? And I say, nah, you unlock them by leveling up. You'll end up with 31 points in your basic class tree and 30 points in your spec tree. And you can like swap abilities around. Again, something I'll go through in greater detail at a later date. And that solved that one. The third one was, how is this like going to happen in terms of, is there going to be a borrowed power system? What is like the gameplay style going to look like? You know, and what do you know? They kind of knocked that out of the park too. It's just, I mean, no Dragonsworn was definitely a big hit. Like if anything, I would say that was my 3rd biggest disappointment. Like, my main thing was borrowed power. They're like, there's no borrowed power. In fact, you'll probably not see borrowed power for about 8 years. After that, it's a future us problem. We can still add stuff. Guess what, guys? We agree. We don't like the fact that, you know, we dig a hole and add more stuff to it, and then we have to dig all that stuff out and add more stuff to it, and then we dig all that stuff out. It doesn't feel good. Thank you, Blizz. Thank you for finally listening to feedback that you got at the beginning of BFA. I'm not seeing anything bad. No Dragonsworn was like my biggest negative, but guess what? I can get over it. Like, maybe they'll add a melee spec to Dracthyr in the next expansion. Maybe. I don't know. The armor sets we got look fucking aces. Also, by the way, I just want to show this. Does that not look amazing? I like it. It looks cool. This looks cool too. Let me check something. Huh. Okay. Well, apparently, one of my scenes wasn't picking up my thing, so I've kind of had to remake this video. I'm okay with this expansion right now. It's like, I'm probably riding the hype train because that trailer was good. like that trailer was good. I don't even want to watch my reaction because I probably blew out a few eardrums. My neighbors surprisingly said they could hear me. I didn't know that I had my window cracked. The impressive part about that is my closest neighbors are about 100 feet that way, and they're normally pretty loud. but we've got, we've got a good expansion. The release date was possibly leaked. Red Shirt Guy on Twitter did say, he's like, hey, someone linked me to this leak that was made months ago. It calls everything right, and it says release date Q1 2023. And I can't remember if Blizzard goes by calendar year or like fiscal year, so either Q1 2023 includes November and December, or it's January, February, March. And personally, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with like a February release date. It's fine. A lot of what was shown was more polished than usual, so it's very possible that the leak that kind of lined up with Scaleface saying November is a possibility. It is a possibility. But I don't know, man. It's something else. So, at a later date, I will discuss all of the talent information that we got, all of the customizable information that we got, all of the dragon riding information that we got, and even look over the super awesome, ultra cool tier sets that we got. Because as a monk rocking every color of the hidden fucking stone fists, I am super happy with the tier sets that we got, right? Again, you guys can go to Wowhead for all of this information. I'm just personally happy. Actually, is it going to pick it up? Is it going to pick it up? There we go. I got two names. I got Bahamut and Tiamat. Bow before the awesomeness. Actually, just because I want to, we're going to print screen. Because yeah, I like that. No, upload file. I'm going to go to screenshots because apparently every time I do this, yeah, I don't know. I kind of, oh, buddy. I don't really tell people any game who I am, so, or at least the people I play with. But it's, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. There are a lot of people that are super negative about this game. I don't know why. Why? What is there to be negative about? What? Oh, Drakthir only have 2 specs? Okay, and? The game didn't need a melee spec. It didn't. And there's a limit to how varied you can make 2 range specs within the same class. Let's look at mages and warlocks and hunters. Guess what? They play pretty much the same. Right? Pretty much the same. A beast mastery hunter used to play a lot like demonology. But come on, you're gonna be bitchy about that? The Drakthir don't get to choose their mortal forms like dragons do. Cool! They're not dragons! They're Drakthir! They've never seen a mortal race! That's kind of the point, isn't it? That's the point? That the Drakthir haven't really seen a mortal race? They've gone this entire time, they don't know anything else? Which is also the lore justification for them only being invokers? That makes sense, doesn't it? I'm not crazy. I realize that makes sense. Am I crazy? Am I nuts? I don't think I am. But apparently, they can't be warriors. Maybe they can in the next expansion. Who knows? Maybe in 11.0 they get to do more. Maybe in 11.0, since we did a lot of dragon shit, guess what? Invokers can... Other races can be invokers now. Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? But that's... People are bitching. I don't understand it. I really don't. Actually, there is a game I've been wanting to... I need to check on a different game right now. Yeah. We are looking at... Bro. Oh, dude. Failure. Failure on the Pokemon part. They haven't really done anything for the new Pokemon game. That's a sad reality. I don't know, man. Like, people are overly negative on this expansion, and it's for no reason. Like, okay, the race isn't masculine enough. It doesn't have enough muscles. It's not bulky enough. Guess what? They have that. It just wasn't shown. The race can only be a class. Guess what? It's a thing. It's a thing. It's gonna happen. They work together, which is really cool. A dragon riding isn't flying. It's falling down with style. Okay, and guess what? I imagine flying will eventually be unlocked, but maybe, just maybe, they want you to be able to, I don't know, ride a flying mount. It's fine. It's totally fine that it's not unlocked on fucking day one, that it's not full-fledged flying. You know why? Flying is boring. I said it. Flying is absolutely boring, and it makes a lot of content boring. But guess what? Dragon riding is a way to make content less boring. Designing flight around the content and designing content around flight are two completely different things, right? In one, you're like, yeah, you can fly and not get hit by mobs and then swoop down, kill your shit, get up and go away. On the other, it's like, hey, there's some places that you can only reach while flying. There's some areas that you can only reach while flying. There's some rares that you can only reach while flying. Maybe, just maybe, that's kind of an important thing. I don't know. And then it's like, oh, they're not customizable enough. You can put a beard on your dragon, man. Only 4 of the dungeons are in the Mythic Plus pool. Thus, 4 dungeons don't get Mythic 0. Nowhere does it say that. Nowhere. I have scoured the interviews. Nowhere are we told that only 4 of the dungeons get a Mythic mode. It's Mythic Plus. And yes, that can be annoying. But guess what? What they're probably going to do is make it to where the gear is more desirable from the Mythic Plus, and you're not getting, like, shit on by fucking doing that shit. And it's just... I don't know, man. It pisses me off. People fucking throw me for a loop. I don't... this expansion, right now, you do have to curb your expectations. That is very true. But right now, I am sitting at a solid 8 out of 10 hype. 8 out of 10. We still don't know who the main big bads are, which is different. It's very different. They didn't... I think this is the first time we never really got to see any kind of bad guy. Mist of Pandaria we didn't, and this is a lot like a Mist of Pandaria thing. It also looks like we will not be doing emissary quests and world quests, which, again, I'm okay with. The new dailies are okay. The rep system is something else that we're going to talk about. There's so much information, and I'm happy with where it's going, but we are a long way from release. If the Q1 2023 is to be believed, we are at least 10 months out. And that does suck. But, very important to note, when it's rushed, it's not good. I would prefer to wait until February to be able to play this game. If that meant we were getting a good game. And that seems to be what we're getting. And I'm okay with that. Because we're getting something good. We're getting something good. But yeah, I'm going to have a few things rearranged in here, including possibly my computer. But it all depends on if my adorable little puppy, who is 13 years old, will let me do it. Because she's kind of stubborn. Anyways, guys, I've talked too long. I'm going to probably make videos, like one for the Dracthyr Racing class and kind of the deep dive on that, including tier sets. One for the loot, Mythic Plus, how that's going to go. One for the talent system and how that works. You know, it all depends. I'm really kind of just wanting to wait a couple days, mainly because my schedule is not really going to allow much more, but also because we are going to get much more information by this weekend. And as much as I love clickbaiting, I think that I should probably not just push out a million videos on the same subject.